All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most important yet kind of invisible pieces of technology in your life, the database. Seriously, it's the silent, powerful engine that runs pretty much everything you do online. So let's just dive right in.
So let me just ask you a question. Think about your bank for a second, or how you sign up for classes at school, or maybe that time you bought something online at, 2 in the morning. What is the one thing that connects all of those things?
The answer? It's data. A ton of it. All of these services, they rely on storing and finding and updating huge amounts of information and doing it fast. But believe it or not, the super organized digital world we live in today, well, it grew out of some pretty serious chaos.
To really get why the modern database is so brilliant, we've got to go back in time, back to a world of digital filing cabinets, where every little piece of information lived in its own separate, lonely folder.
This right here, this is the perfect picture of how things used to be. Imagine you're a college student, right? The main office has a file on you. The library? Oh, they've got another one. The dorms? The accounting office? Yep, they've all got their own separate files too. Your name, your address, it's just copied over and over and over again.
So this old school method, it's called a file management system, or FMS. The best way to think about it is like every computer program has its own private diary. The program writes its info in there and no other program is allowed to peek inside. You can probably already see the problems starting to pile up, right?
And wow, what a pile of problems it was. First, you've got massive data redundancy. All that repeated information is just a huge waste of space. Then, there's data isolation. All the files are scattered, maybe even in different formats, so you can never get one single clear picture of anything. But the real nightmare, the thing that makes it all fall apart, is data inconsistency. So what happens if you move? You tell the main office your new address, but you forget to tell the library. Well, now the system has two different addresses for you. Which one is right? The data is totally inconsistent, and you just can't trust it.
Yeah, this chaos just couldn't last. As the world got more and more complex, we needed a better way. We needed a hero to come in and bring some order to all this data. And that hero was the database.
And the solution is it's brilliantly simple, really. Instead of dozens of separate files, a database creates one central shared place for the truth. The main office, the library, the dorms, they all tap into the same core information. Your name and address are stored exactly once.
Now, the software that makes all this magic happen is called a Database Management System, or a DBMS. Honestly, the best way to think of a DBMS is like a hyper-intelligent, super-organized librarian. It doesn't just store the books, it knows what's in every single one, who's allowed to check them out, and how they all connect to each other.
So what can this librarian on steroids actually do? Well, a DBMS has some incredible superpowers that directly fix all those problems we just saw with the old, messy file systems. Okay, let's just break these down real quick. First, it controls that redundancy problem. Store data once, save space, fewer errors. Simple. Second, it enforces integrity. It sets rules, like making sure a grade is always between A and F, so you can't have typos. Third, it avoids inconsistency. When you update your address, you update it one time, and that changes instantly everywhere for everyone who needs it. It also lets different programs share the same data. It provides security by controlling who sees what. And this is huge. It handles backups, so you're protected if things go wrong. It's a total game changer.
And it's not just for one kind of person, A DBMS serves everybody. You've got designers who plan out the whole structure, administrators who manage it and keep it safe, and of course, end users, that's you and me, who get to benefit from all that perfectly organized information every single day.
So how does this all actually work behind the scenes? Well, the way we access all this data has changed a lot, and it's really the key to how our whole modern internet works.
So, on the left you see the old way. One giant centralized mainframe computer did all the heavy lifting. The terminals people used were basically just dumb screens. And on the right, that's the world we live in now, the client-server model. It's a team effort. It really all comes down to a division of labor. In this client-server model, your computer, the client, sends out a request like, hey, show me my bank balance. That request zooms across the internet to a super powerful server computer, which is where the database lives. The server finds the info and sends just the answer back to your screen. It's way more efficient, way more scalable, and it is the fundamental architecture of the entire internet.
Okay, so why does any of this matter to you? The so what here? Well, it's because once you start looking, you'll see these systems are, and I mean this literally everywhere. They are running the entire modern world. Let's do a quick fire round.
Your bank?
powered by a massive database. It's tracking every single cent, every card swipe, every customer, all in real time, while keeping your info locked down and secure.
Anytime you shop online, a database is doing all the work, managing millions of products, tracking what's in stock, remembering what you like, and making sure that package actually gets to your house.
Even your phone company. Yep, it relies on a gigantic database to keep track of every single call you make, every text, every byte of data you use to watch videos, all so it can send you a bill at the end of the month.
And hey, we're back to our college example. From the moment you apply to the day you get your final grades, your entire academic life is logged, managed, and stored in a database.
And this quote here, it really gets to the core philosophy of it all. It basically says that the needs of the whole organization, the enterprise, are more important than what just one single person might want. The goal is to build a powerful, reliable system that serves everyone and is what's best for the enterprise as a whole.
So the next time you book a flight, or stream a movie, or even just like a photo, take a second. Think about that incredible, unseen database humming away behind the scenes. Now that you know what to look for, I'm curious, where else do you see this hidden engine shaping your world?